Hi friends, in tonight's episode of Hair Emporium Unplugged, you're going to see a live demonstration of how we heal the skin using Tissue Salt Poultices and Bach Flower Essence compresses. Ooh, that's a lot to say. I'm Suze, the holistic stylist, and Ian's here with us in the treatment room. I'm going to grab a camera here and show you guys what's going on with his skin. We've all seen it before. Just a little redness around the nose. A little outbreak on the skin. 15-year-old stuff, you guys know. So, I'm going to put the camera back up. Up close and personal in the salon, right? First we have our tissue salts, and this is homeopathy. It's Schlescher tissue salts, and this is the original form. We'll talk about where you can get this shortly. So, we're going to add water to that, and this water, we don't want to overuse. I'm going to pour it into the plate with the tissue salts. And we'll get up close again so you can see. And these were in a tablet form. There is no coating on this homeopathy, so you can see how easy it breaks down with water. Now, this is a little runny, and so for any of you hairdressers or chefs or people that make products, you know that we always mix to consistency. Excuse me. Gonna add some more. Tap them out into the lid and into the mixture. Okay. So, for our clients' comfort, the first thing that we want to do is cover the eyes. Completely safe. It wouldn't hurt if it got in the eyes. It's just an uncomfortable feeling.
Is it cold?
Is it cold?
Yes.
I'm sorry, baby.
It's fine. I just don't like cold coming out summer.
Well, you don't have to have them if you don't want them.
It's fine.
I'm applying this with a natural wood applicator. Since we're family, I surely could use my fingers if I wanted.
What are you doing?
Just keep your hands down for a minute.
I kept signing with my eyes.
Oh, I know. Life is hard. The kids and all my friends and clients are so used to this. This is how we treat all the skin conditions, whether they're burns, cuts, scrapes, wounds, injuries, whatever. Making sure we get in the crevices and right up on that irritation. Sometimes when the weather changes, people's noses get irritated, a little raw from blowing them or whatever. Alright. Get the forehead. When Ian was little, he used to take the bottles and run and hide behind the sofa because they taste like candy cigarettes. So, big kids and little kids love these. They taste good. When we take them internally, they dissolve under our tongue. We're doing a skin treatment, of course. Alright. Let me sit back down. See how easy that was? Okay. So, I would have to say these are the top 5 tissue salts that I would recommend when doing topical skincare. Really, this is known for internal consumption. This is a whole new way of using tissue salt therapy that we're releasing. Been doing it for years, it's just not in the directions per se. So, number one would be ferrofos, iron phosphate. It's a biochemic first aid, an oxygen provider, an inflammation reducer, so you can see how vital this would be in your self-care or your first aid survival type of a kit. One of the top ones. Second one would be silica. The silica is primarily for the skin, hair, and nails. I always remember my gram would take Knox gelatin, which was a form, I'm sure, of silica in some shape or way. We also have, now, silica is a combination. So this is many of the tissue salts all rolled into one. Skin irritation is also a combination tissue salt. Kali sulf would be, say if we had a skin condition that was scaly and secreted yellowy type of oozing. That doesn't sound good, does it? Then we have Kali myrrh, and Kali myrrh is more for sluggish conditions with white excretions. So let's say that we have someone that's dealing with blackheads and whiteheads. That would be a white excretion. Easy way to put it. When we work with the tissue salts, we let them dry and then we apply the compress, because the compress, by theory and application, should really be 10 minutes. I don't think that we'll put Ian through 10 minutes tonight because that'd make the little video a little too long. But I do want you to get the understanding of how simple this is to do. Before I leave the tissue salts, if you are taking them internally, which of course if you have a skin condition, it would be best to treat from the outside and then to treat internally as well. The dosage would be 4. You would tap 4 into the lid. You don't touch them with your fingers because your body oils break them down. There is no coating. This is cellular nutrition. You tilt your head back. They go right under your tongue. They're already melting in my mouth right now. And if someone had a serious skin problem, say they had been burnt, they would do 4 every 15 minutes for the first 2 hours. That's when we're treating on the emergency type of a level. Okay, onward and upward. Now, this is pure, clean elixir water. It's so important that you do not work with water that is just a mess of chemicals, whether that would be your tap water or any kind of bottled water. I would do elixir water, and that's with crystals, but if not, you make sure that you get an excellent grade water transferred into glass. So, the Bach Essence, it would be 4 drops for every, say, 6 ounces, something like that. And I'm a little excessive, so I'm going to go ahead and just put 3 drops of the Star of Bethlehem and 3 drops of the walnut. Walnut is really good for preventing scars forming. And the Star of Bethlehem is for any injury, burn, contusion, cut. This would be the equivalent, say, in Bach. This is their first aid. Your go-to is always Star of Bethlehem. So, like I had said earlier with the tissue salts, we have the ferrous or the iron phosphate, which is also the go-to. We have the drops in the water. Now I'm going to pour some water into this dish. Grab a couple of organic round cotton pledgelets. These are nice because they separate into layers. So if you're treating a larger area, if you separate it out, you will have 5 layers per pledgelet. It'll usually come off where you can separate it into 2. So I'm going to go ahead and start covering his tissue salts. And what that does, it's a bonus for everybody, is it reactivates the tissue salt so it can even work at a higher degree of efficiency. This is natural skincare versus, say, someone that might follow the standard would go in for some kind of a acne cream or some kind of a steroid, unfortunately, things that just aren't really necessary. There's great books on all natural skincare, and we will discuss those during here Emporium Unplugged time on another episode. Each poultice is being covered. He kind of looks like a mummy, doesn't he? And like I said, this would be 10 minutes to get the full effect. We're not going to make you sit through that. Even if I did, the question would be, how much would you notice that the redness was gone? And of course, this isn't a magic bullet. It doesn't make the injury go away. What it does is it alleviates the heat of it, the suffering of it on the skin. It opens it, cleans it, draws the toxins and poisons out, and allows the skin to heal naturally without the scarring involved. So, how you feeling, Ian?
Fine.
Good. Have you been taking your tissue salts for your skin?
No.
No.
It's still very relaxing. You're getting sleepy.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. And of course, Ian's on the biomat, which is wonderful.
And I got my cat.
Right, and Papa Doc's here. This is a bed of amethyst crystals. The heat setting is on 140 right now. A lot of people go into a meditative rest when they're on these mats. It's negative ion therapy. We get bombarded with positive ions from electronics and synthetic clothing, things that drain our energies. So when we encounter negative ions, it would be, say, out in the middle of a thunderstorm with lightning, a rain shower, and the air smells so good. That's negative ion therapy. Okay. Very easy to clean off. And once we're off camera, I'm sure Ian will want me to put this back on and he'll go to sleep for a while, so
Well, maybe.
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 Does your skin feel better?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Every time it does, Mom.
Well, I know, but our audience doesn't know that, so.
I've been having this ever since I was born, and it always feels not since I was born, but
Since you was
since
little.
I can remember.
That's
It's always
right.
it's always nice. It always helps me.
is a wonderful little
Oh,
service.
my legs are asleep now. Oh. Smell.
You're welcome. Like I said, if you want it back on when we're off camera,
That's fine.
it does look better though.
Feels better.
Yeah. Okay, let me just grab this camera and show you. Usually after some kind of a skin treatment, we would have increased redness or irritation. And you can see that skin actually has cooled down quite a bit. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this and you'd like to see other homeopathic kind of self-care first aid, go to Suze Pratt on YouTube. And you can also find me on Facebook at Susanna Red. Did you hear that's my new name? Right.
Susanna Redhead.
With that, peace, love, and light from the third cosmic ray. Take care. Good night.